Chris, Ashley Martinson was obsessed with horror stories, even writing stories about vampires and serial killers. But even her closest friends could not imagine those dark fantasies could turn into a deadly reality. In poems with titles like Murder Madness, she calls herself a psychopath in the dark, penning sinister words like, I can hear nothing but their screaming souls. In reality,
driver, roll down the driver window.
The things she did
52 times in the head
would be much darker.
You know what all this is in reference to?
You do.
Than any story.
Kind of have an idea?
I assume this was a murder.
The face of innocence, Ashley Martinson's face, at least for a time. According to friends, when she moved to Rhinelander, Wisconsin at the age of 16, she seemed like your fairly typical teenage girl, if not a little on the shy side.
I met her on the bus. Kind of seemed like she had nobody to talk to, so I thought I'd be a friend and go say hi.
He lived just a mile down the road from the home she shared with her mom, Jennifer, and stepdad, Thomas Ayers. So Thomas was not Ashley's biological father.
Correct.
So he was father too.
Thomas was the father of the other 3 children in the home.
Did Ashley feel responsible or protective of those little girls?
Well, I think that she considers them her little sisters, and they consider her their big sister. So they had been around each other long enough to have formed that relationship.
But like a lot of girls her age, Ashley started to go through some big changes. Dark makeup, dark clothes, even darker thoughts.
She had all kinds of different drawings, but they were also very dark.
How dark?
Very dark.
Like
scary monsters. She drew things that would make me, I would not want my little kids to see them.
And then there were her poems, disturbing words she wrote under the name Vampchick. They say one of us is to blame. You're holding that knife, covered in blood. I'm laughing off the pain, wondering which one of us is guilty if we're both totally insane. You're holding that knife, covered in blood.
That's a wee bit graphic for her, but okay.
Indeed. But the morbid blog posts, the dark sketches, were they all signs of a twisted soul or just normal teenage curiosity? And where do you think that was coming from?
I think that's what she was into. That was just her interest.
Either way, as Ashley approached her 17th birthday, the darkness seemed to be taking over.
Her eyes would be usually open, staring at the back of the seat hopelessly.
What do you think was really going on?
That she has some issues at home.
Ashley was constantly getting grounded, getting her phone taken away.
Did you know anything about her plan to leave the house?
She was talking about it. She had a couple of plans for going to a friend's house and living there.
That plan became even more solidified when Ashley started seeing a young man named Ryan Sisko.
The kid looked like he was maybe 17, 18, pushing it. That turns out he was 22. I didn't know that.
But before long, Ashley's parents did.
And I believe on March 7th, Ashley's stepfather, Thomas, and her mother, Jennifer, had found out.
So it was a big family fight.
Yes.
There was a big family fight over Ashley dating this 22-year-old boy.
Yes.
According to reports, Ashley took off but didn't get far.
He went and picked her up and brought her back to the house.
At the time, Ashley was sent to her room. So then she goes to her room. Thomas leaves the house and then comes back in and asks, where is she? And the mother says she's upstairs, and he goes upstairs, and that's when this all begins.
911, where is your emergency?
It's not until the next day, March 8th, when 911 dispatchers get a series of strange calls from somewhere in Rhinelander.
911, where's your emergency?
Hello, this is 911.
So we received numerous hang-up calls, and we were trying to call back and get a location, but because the cell phone coverage was bad in that area, it was very difficult.
Then finally, a connection.
911, where's your emergency?
At my home.
Hello?
At my house.
Moments later, police are racing to the home of Ashley Martinson.
We thought there might be a shooter in the upstairs. We also knew that there were 3 children that were also inside the house.
Downstairs, you wouldn't have known that anything had happened, but once you approach the staircase and go upstairs, it was a mess.
Coming up,
There was an overwhelming amount of stab wounds.
what happened inside the home of Ashley Martinson?